Oh, hi. Last week we talked about how cap rates have an impact on apartment prices. So let's just do a very quick recap of what we saw last week. Apartment prices rose pretty significantly over the last dozen years. You'd expect that that's as a result of increased income, and that's partly true. Rents went up about 50%, but prices went up at double that rate. They went up over 100% in the last dozen years. We looked at the relationship between capitalization rates and interest rates, and we saw that falling interest rates made it possible for cap rates to go down, and that's what made up the rest of that price increase on top of the increase created by purely rent trends. But there's another factor. Just because interest rates go up or down by itself doesn't necessarily move cap rates in the same direction or in any direction, maybe even moves them in the opposite direction for another reason. It's a question of how enthusiastic investors are about buying apartments and about buying apartments in our region. If you look at the relationship between cap rates and sales activity, you can see that there's a very strong relationship. As sales activity increases, capitalization rates fall. As sales activity decreases, capitalization rates go up. Well, this is logical. It's just like an auction. If you have a lot of buyers bidding for a product, you would expect the price of the product to go up. If the number of buyers goes away and you have very few buyers bidding for the product, then the price of the product goes down. I think that people using eBay see that happening thousands of times every day. And so really investor enthusiasm plays a large part in capitalization rate movements. And so when looking at trends, interest rates are important, but also just how much buying activity is in the market. Now, this may be a chicken or the egg kind of concept because investor enthusiasm could be stimulated by falling interest rates. It will certainly be stimulated by a strong economy, low vacancies, and rising rents. And so the economy, of course, plays the number one role in what happens to capitalization rates and price movements. But the other factor is how excited are investors about buying apartments compared to other types of investment assets, and how excited are they about buying apartments in the Seattle metro area. And as we've talked in previous videos, we've seen the amount of sales activity pick up again. We're at a 5-year high at this point, and the year's not even over yet. Anyway, you'll find the charts for this video on our website at www.duprescott.com in the article very unimaginatively called Sales Activity and Apartment Prices. I hope that you enjoyed this week's video and you'll come back next week for another weekly apartment update.